If living near the lake has been on your dream list, whether that's boating, hiking, fishing, just catching sunsets over the lake, or maybe you want a little more space and nature, Lake Belton has some of the best communities in all of Central Texas. Today, I'm taking you on a tour of some of the top communities to consider if you're looking for that lake lifestyle. I'm talking beautiful communities, highly rated school districts, access to all of the amenities, and everything that Temple Belton has to offer. Let's get started. Hey, and welcome back to Living in Central Texas. I'm Andrea Dudick, your real estate expert and relocation guide here in the Central Texas area. Took a couple weeks off to have a baby, but now I'm back and I've been dying to do a video on Lake Belton and all the surrounding communities. So if you have been considering moving to Belton, Texas, or you've been curious about lake living in the area, you are going to want to watch this video. As you can see behind me, this is one of the communities. It's almost completely built out, but really beautiful. You've got some lake views, and I just can't wait to show you. So let's go. Okay, friends, we are going to check out Morgan's Point Resort, some of the best communities. I'm headed from my office, but if we were to go left right here, up West Adams, we would be about 3 minutes away from all of the major retail on West Adams. You know, talking Starbucks. I say that first because I have caffeine addictions. But you've got, you know, your Walmart, a bunch of great restaurants, right up West Adams. And then we turned right. So now we're headed west on West Adams. And we're just minutes away from Morgan's Point Resort and all of the awesome communities that I'm about to show you. You can check out my video on living in Temple, Texas, to kind of see everything up West Adams. And then if we were to stay on this and go all the way up, we would get to Temple Park, which when you check out my video, Pros and Cons of Belton, Texas, you can see Temple Park. And it's really neat because you can sit at the benches and wade in the water. And then right here is Lakewood Elementary School, highly rated elementary school. One of my kiddos goes there, and I really personally love it. But there's a very good chance that if you were to be in Morgan's Point and you had a kiddo in elementary, they'd be at Lakewood. We can already see all of the trees that are starting to pop up. A big selling point to Morgan's Point is the mature trees, the space, the privacy. We are coming up to Morgan's Point Road, and if you go left, you go right over Lake Belton. So super, super close to Lake Belton, and again, straight. You're still at Lake Belton, but you go to Temple Park. Morgan's Point Resort falls in Belton, within the city of Belton. Over here on the left, we have a new Uncommon Pies. It's a new pizza spot. You have Point Fitness, little special, unique workout facility that just opened up. Well, then one of the first communities I'm going to show you is right here, which is Lago Terra. I don't believe they are currently building any more in Lago Terra in terms of new construction, but the homes in here are new. So if you're looking for newer construction, and you love this community, we can often find homes for sale in here. But you can see there are really great sized lots. You've got 1/2 to 3/4 acre lots, the mature trees. You're not technically in Morgan's Point in here, but you're basically touching it, so I like to include it. You can go through those gates over there, and well, I guess we could go that way. To me, this is, if you go all the way back, there are homes on the lake. Carruthers was the major builder in this community. They also did build some custom homes, a lot of custom homes, not Carruthers, but other builders just randomly in this community as well. Are you gonna hear my My little baby making some noises in the back as I show you guys around. I took a minute off to have that baby, but I'm back. Kind of fun. We did a surprise gender reveal because we have 2 girls and we had a 3rd girl. She is amazing. But woo, 3 girls, we're in for it. Okay, so if you see up front here as we head through this gate, how beautiful is this? You can see all of these homes right here in this back section of Lago Terra have a lake view. So super, super, super pretty. So we are still headed up Morgan's Point Road, just outside of Lago Terra. This might look a little bit familiar if you watched my video on Rancho Del Lago, because now we are in Morgan's Point. So if you're looking for lake living, you don't have to be in Morgan's Point. There are some communities on the opposite side of Lake Belton, which would be maybe Dawson's Ranch, Regatta Oaks, and then some more older established communities on that side. So some really great options there. And then of course, Stillhouse Hollow Lake, deeper in Belton, off of I-14. Those are separate communities. Three Creeks is a really fantastic one if you're looking to be near Stillhouse Hollow Lake, but that can be another video for another time. So we are currently in Rancho Del Lago. Now, Rancho Del Lago is known for Lake Belton High School, North Belton Middle School, and I believe High Point Elementary. So if you were interested in this community, I could verify all of that for you. But very similar feel to Lago Terra. Here's really interesting. You're going to have a variety of resale homes, which are still newer, as well as new construction. So they are still building in this community. They have spec homes, which of course means, you know, you already started homes. They've already made the selections. They've picked the lots. And remember, you're always going to get a better deal on those spec homes because the builders are trying to offload their inventory and stop paying money on them. So we can really get you a much better deal on those. But these homes, the spec homes, are in and around that $900,000 plus price point. Beautiful luxury builder. I really love this community. I did that full video on Rancho Del Lago just because I love this builder and this community so much. You can still pick a lot and build with this builder and pick from their floor plans, pick from their design selections, and that's a really fun process too. This builder did just win the Parade of Homes, which for our area is where they showcase different builders and all of their beauty. And then remember that if you are building new construction if you are buying or building new construction, definitely contact me because those sales reps, they are really wonderful and kind. They do represent the builder. So they are not going to typically represent your best interest, and they're not going to tell you about all the negotiations and cool things that we can get for you. And I do have a lot of people relocating here that have to purchase sight unseen, which can be super, super, super scary. Good news is technology is amazing. I can do video for you, and I can FaceTime you. I can upload them to Google Drive so that you can click on a link and look at them, and I can put that along with all of the, the floor plans, helpful information, standard features, which is going to tell you what comes standard in a community. Do they do spray foam insulation? Is there an HOA? Does the builder include, what are their warranties and standard build outs? All of the lots inside of this community are half-acre plus. Plus, they did a really great job of maintaining and keeping these gorgeous oak trees on the lots. That's something that's really, really, really hard to find is communities that are able to keep all of those trees. Here you are near Lake Belton, and also you can see from this big blue water tower, Morgan's Point. You are in Morgan's Point. It says near, but you are in Morgan's Point. If we go right here, you're at Lake Belton High School. Is just 1 minute that way. You have Dollar General right up here on your right for easy access to grocery items or necessities when you don't want to go to the grocery store, which even that is 15 minutes away, so no big deal. You have a liquor store. Cajun Crawfish Express, which gets, they do that, they're not always open, but they have so many people and there's just lines going to that place. I'm not a crawfish person, but it is pretty popular. And then you have Backyard Barbecue, which is amazing. And on the left, Sol de Jalisco's Mexican restaurant number 4. They are a chain. Yes, they're a chain, but they are great. I've had way too much Jalisco's and Backyard Barbecue because this is my neck of the woods as well. So now we're sort of headed into just resale communities in Morgan's Point. A lot of these streets are not master planned communities. Gonna find a good one to take you down. Actually, I'll take you down the main street that leads you through the Morgan's Point, what is that called? Their community center, like City Hall. Holly Oaks on the right is a established community out here, really pretty homes. And then we also have Sobrante up here on the right as well. If you ever call me and any of these communities really jump out to you, I can actually search for you by subdivision. If one just spoke to you, you know? In the morning and evenings, you'll see deer just crossing the street. We have tons of deer out here. The only community that I can think of in kind of Temple Belton where you get the deer roaming the neighborhoods. Oh, I was supposed to turn there. That's what I get. Gotta turn around. Oh, I see some deer right now. Let's go check these fellas out. So it is currently 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm taking you down a random street in Morgan's Point. And it's going to the restroom. All of Morgan's Point is on a peninsula. We are surrounded by water out here. So every bit of an angle, even if you can't see water, you are very close to water. If you're open to older homes or you want something maybe a little more unique, you can drive through these older streets of Morgan's Point. This one's for rent, but you'll find cute traditional homes. Morgan's Point Resort City Hall is right there. Lake Belton in general is an Army Corps of Engineers lake built in 1954. It spans over 12,000 acres with more than 130 miles of lake shoreline. Zoned for fantastic bass and catfish fishing. We have caught a ton of parks around here. Cedar Ridge, Chalk Ridge, Winkler. On the right, we have Cliff House, which is our only condos, and those are on the water. Those actually don't come open, in my opinion, that often. And then this is my favorite park. I rave about it. This is Clapus Park. They have a newer section here. That's for toddlers ages 2 to 5. You'll see deer walking around here too. And then you have the older side of the park right here, which I'll turn around and show you. And then they have a community pool, which is open during the summer, and you can get a pool pass. But you can see all of this has a beautiful lake view. And then they also have a basketball and tennis court. It's really sweet. During the holidays, they'll have events down here. They'll have pictures with Santa, holiday events. Now, if you've been considering the Austin, Texas area and somehow found your way to this page, we are about an hour north of Austin, Texas. Much lower traffic compared to many Austin suburbs. Even if you are living near the lake, you are still 10 to 15 minutes away from a grocery store at any given time. So how awesome is that? You can have that more rural and peaceful feel while still having great access to all amenities. Today I showed you the more established communities like this one, the established streets of Morgan's Point. I showed you Lago Terra inside of Belton, just outside of Morgan's Point, Rancho Del Lago, and you do have those other communities on the other side of Lake Belton, which would be Dawson's Ranch. North Cliff is a cute one, Regatta Oaks. And then if you are open to lake living not on Lake Belton or not by Lake Belton, there's Stillhouse Hollow Lake, and I think the most popular community, it's a massive, massive master planned community, is Three Creeks. I will probably at some point do a whole other video on Three Creeks. It has so many different builders. I can think of, I don't know, 5 to 7 different builders that build in that community, from a variety of entry level to luxury. And they are also offering really great incentives in that area. You can check out Three Creeks online. And then if you would like to know what sort of incentives you can get, how the builders work, time frames, if you want information on inventory, I can get all of that for you. And it doesn't cost you anything to work with an agent. All of those builders do pay for you to have representation. So definitely utilize that to your advantage. So on the right, you have Rogers Park. That's access to the park with boating access. And then there's a bunch of marinas around here and other access points. This final community is absolutely beautiful. It's the cliffs at Lake Belton. It's at the end of Morgan's Point Resort, and it is super secluded, tons of trees, tons of wildlife, and a large portion of it does actually overlook the water. And it is all surrounded by the Corps of Engineers, so no neighbors surrounding you if you purchase here. There are, I would say, about a dozen to 15 custom-built homes in this community. One is currently for sale as a resale. It's a Mediterranean-style home. And the other one, coincidentally, is another Mediterranean-style home built by that same builder for sale, brand new. Aside from the already built homes that might eventually go for sale again, there are another 12 to 15 lots that are currently being built on by a builder who purchased up those remaining lots from the developer. There are unfortunately no lots for sale to build your own custom, but if you're interested in this community, we can always get with this builder to see which are available as a spec home, an already started home by them, as well as maybe a semi-custom on one of their remaining lots. Some of the things I really love about this community is because a bunch of these internal lots were built by different developers, there's just a ton of varying style and elegance in this community. You can see a lot of variation in the architecture, and everything is just very elegant and stunning. If you are interested in purchasing in this community, you're looking probably in the upper 800,000s, over $1 million to purchase. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tour of some of these awesome communities near Lake Belton. And if you like this video, you might want to head on over to my YouTube page where I have a full video on Morgan's Point Resort and another video touring Rancho Del Lago, which is one of the communities we briefly drove through today. And if you're relocating to the Central Texas area, you can find all my contact information below. I'd love to be your guide. You can also head on over to livinginctx.com where I have some fantastic resources for relocating to Central Texas. Till next time.